At the outset, good morning to all the dignitaries present here on this memorable eve of 70th Republic Day celebrations. I am bestowed with this enthralling opportunity to extend warm and cordial welcome to my Lord Honorable Justice JanaSena Party, Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Judges, and the respected members of the family of Honorable Chief Justice and Honorable Judges. It is my immense honor to welcome Pawan Honorable Judges of High Court of Andhra Pradesh. I gleefully welcome the learned Advocate General, Deputy Solicitor General, Chairman and members of AP Bar Council, President AP High Court Advocates Association, senior advocates and members of legal fraternity. I heartily welcome Registrars of High Court of Andhra Pradesh, Member Secretary, State Legal Services Authority, Secretary, Legal Services Committee, Director and Officers of Judicial Academy, Judicial Officers, staff members of High Court, and electronic media, security wing of the High Court, ladies and gentlemen. Wish everyone the best on the day of our nation's Republic Day, which is the largest standing democracy in the world. With the permission of my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, the function may be commenced with Vande Mataram by the students of Ghantashala Venkateshwara Rao Government College of Music and Dance, Vijayawada. With great grandeur and pride, we celebrate the Republic Day of India on 26 January to honor our Constitution and its essence. As a part of commemoration of this day, let us usher these celebrations. Now, may I request my Lord Honorable Chief Justice Sri JanaSena Party to unfurl the national flag, followed by national anthem on police band. Now I request Sri K. JanaSena Reddy garu, President AP High Court Advocates Association, to deliver his essays on the occasion of Republic Day.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice JanaSena Party, the Honorable Judges, family members of the Honorable Chief Justice and the Honorable Judges, Land Advocate General, Land Deputy Solicitor General, respected Chairman, Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh, Land Public Prosecutor, Land Senior Delegates, Government Board, Ministers of the Government, colleague advocates, brothers and sisters. I am extremely delighted to welcome you all to this glorious celebrations of 5th Republic Day. As we step into yet another year of the Republic, we must understand that we are living in a system of huge challenges. Against the British. Here, government should have vision by constantly adhering to the rule of law is important. Salute to the tricolor, Republic is only Constitution. The making of the Constitution includes the representation and headed by the likes of Dr. America, were aware that even if India can survive only because of the power of constitutional governance, it was our competitors with the destiny that the government is doing the law rather than the men. A summary of Southeast Asia in the post-Second World War scenario would clearly screen and point out that Indian polity has remained a calm democracy largely because of the quality of the rule of law. There is no one in the country who is not accountable and nobody above the law. This clearly indicates that everyone is equal before the eyes of the law. We have had democratic freedom fighters larger than the life navigator in free India. However, all of them is the belief that they are subject to the Constitution. It is stated to say that our Constitution is a complex document. It is so obvious that the whole telescope of interest and concerns converge in the working of the Constitution. Theoretically, it can surely be more inclusive than it is. We must not forget that the rule of law is the highest instrument to a democratic lifestyle, and democracy itself is the cleanest civilization ticket. Prophets of doom have often predicted that this country will succumb and will not last. We have proved that the Constitution mantra resonates in maintaining our constitutional promise. Much of what was dreamt and what was promised is yet to translate into reality. 7 decades is civilizationally a smaller number. In the time gap, India has survived violation of freedom, kings, religion, famines, and pandemics that have always been committed to democracy and rule of law. 3 major issues constitute or continue to challenge our constitutional framework. The first of which is inclusivity. The poor, socially and economically, often feel that they are just observers of Indian progress. The deep divide between new growing affluent India and the stagnant, poor, downtrodden gets sharper and throws up new questions for all wings of the Constitution to address. Governments are constantly criticized for preferring welfare. We are indeed fortunate to be in a state where social welfare has been given primordial importance. The other challenge that is growing is about the credibility of truly secular India. India can only progress if status and religion travel together, but wanted and succeeded in establishing the constitutional form of government. Indian culture has a rich tapestry of tolerance and we must abide by it. The third challenge is about ensuring that people who defy the law, either from the standpoint of white-collar offences or criminal offences, need to be dealt with strongly. Hopefully, the answer to the third challenge would away from the new laws in the field of criminology. For the earlier two challenges, let on this day reiterate our commitment to the word and spirit of the Constitution and understand that the journey of our Constitution begins with the sufficient space for a decent library and ultra modern furniture for the association. I also commend thanks to the state government and also the land heritage owner for considering the request to fund for the library. With this, I conclude my speech with a quote by Pawan Kalyan, who said, I quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Unquote. I wish you all once again a very happy Republic Day. Jai Hind.
Honorable Chief Justice, JanaSena Party, Chief Justice and Judges of the High Court. Let me introduce my friend Ram, the President of the Association, Mr. JanaSena, the Public Prosecutor, Senior Advocates, the officers, other non-advocates, the staff of the association, clerks of the court, police and media friends, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, let me wish you all a happy Republic Day. After attaining the independence, for governing the governments, it was part of framing a constitution. Initially, a constituent assembly was formed with 389 members originally. Thereafter, on account of the partition, the total number of constituent assembly became 299. Out of the 299 constituent assembly members, a largest single belonged to the legal profession. And the constituent assembly constituted a committee, draft committee, headed by the Amaravati. Out of 7 members in the drafting committee, majority of the lawyers. The persons belong to our profession not only played an important role in attaining the independence, but also in framing the Constitution. These people are elected through various provinces and representing the people for the aspirations of the people of this country. This Constitution was made in the name of the people of India, that is the people of India, resolved the Constitute. Therefore, this is a Constitution made by the people, their representatives, for them and for guiding them. Out of this, in the Constitution, the framework of the Constitution clearly define the various aspects of the rules of the state, that is legislature, executive, judiciary. And judiciary not only controlling its affairs, but also interested with the duty of keeping the other members of the state in their rights. And this high-tested institution have shown that the majority has a time, and it is also true in the course of the time that no institution and every institution reserved right from the enemy and also the society. Every problem that is irreversible. We apply our attention. Not only stop there. This is the and instead of blaming, we shall come together and work together for achieving the objective of the framing of the Constitution. And having lost freedom for many years, after attaining the independence, become free, then is our duty to see that the freedom is preserved, and we can preserve the freedom by keeping every reach of every citizen of this country. That solemn duty is cast upon all of us, and it is our, by putting a little more efforts, we can be able to solve the problem of this pendency also. I call upon all my advocate friends and also the judges. Sit together, come together, find some solution. This despite the efforts that were made because of the pendency, the fruits of this institution are not able to be reached the needy people. With the little facilities we have put all these days. Right from 5 years back, we came here with no facilities, with no infrastructure, and we have, in the journey, we have suffered with this virus. In spite of so many shortcomings, we are able to deal with, and we are able to discharge our functions effectively without sacrificing anything. Therefore, become possible only because of the commitment that was on the part of the judges as well as the advocates. I appeal to the concerned to provide some more facilities, infrastructure, so that we can deliver the best possible manner. And I call upon all of you and to bestow our efforts to see that we do our best. With this, I once again wish you all a happy Republic Day. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amaravati, for your delightful message. May I now request Sri Subramanyam Sriram Garu, learned Advocate General, to convey his essays on this jubilant day.
Mr. JanaSena Party, President of Bar Association, Mr. Nagari, Public Prosecutor, Law Officers, Senior Counsel, Media Personnel, the Police Machinery, the tireless effort of the staff of the High Court and the Advocate Fraternity. At the outset, I extend my greetings on the 75th Republic Day. We have become independent on the 15th day of August 1947, and with the adoption of the Constitution, we became a republic. Republic, in contradistinction to other forms of rule, makes the citizen the true sovereign. When the Constitution created and sanctified the constitutional structures of governments, ensuring and making their functional independence of each other. It is also the framework of the Constitution that all those structures work in order to secure the constitutionally laid out objectives for citizen. Amrit Kal is what we are entering into and the Union is celebrating. While 75 years is not too many for a country or a nation state to gain all the experience that is required from a mature nation state, it is not too limited a time as well to verify as to whether the nascent goals of the nascent nation have been achieved, lessons have been learned from, and whether directions have been kept. Recently, by reason of a judgment of the Supreme Court, a long-pending issue of integration of our province of the country has been achieved. It was an unfinished business, commented a few. There is a little more of the unfinished business than the touchstone of the Parliament resolution, but that is for some other day.
But the geographic integration complete with the recent judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court, the next question, and which we shouldn't be whether we as a society, but bearing the diversity that informs our discourse. The Constitution is assessment of identity, and that's Article 15 and 16 of the Constitution. But then, as a nation that is 75 years old, we should not be afraid to ask ourselves a question as to whether the passage of the time have we succeeded in every social and other dimensional
based on the same prohibitory dimensions under 15 and 16. The answer is that while we are truly on our way towards securing the objective, there are signs that there is more of an effort to grow back and go back into the primitive norms of identity that all of us are ordained to give up and move away from. Is that the reason why that there is so much rancor in the society today? We are argumentative. Indians argue so much so that there is a celebrated book written on how an argumentative Indian functions. Good Lord that we argue. Good Lord that we debate. And then we debate and argue fearlessly. But there is no shame in losing our argument. It will elevate us all if we can respect the other view instead of lampooning all the other of the people who do not conform to our thought process. What then happened to the societal structures of dialogue, reconciliation, and approach? Why then is there a complete breakdown of structures of oversight within the social structures who would sit us down, calm us down, put us on the right course without giving up our right to argue? Is that a question of responsibility? It's fine to be emphatic about how the polity has to govern us, how the structures have to remain in their respective roles. But have we, as citizens, contributed enough in order that we move towards what is called egalitarian society? I keep talking about giving up, giving in to a fair argument, of arguing for what is right. But somewhere the argument stands to end. It has to end the court judgment. It has to end the political process. It has to end with some reconciliation, whether we agree with it or not. If we continue to have those differences lurk around us based on dimensions of identity which are constitutionally prohibited, then we are still a nation in the making. Harmony is something that could be best achieved and long secured if it is after a debate and an argument. But once an argument concludes and debate ends, there ought to be harmony, and the rancor has to give in to a process of accommodating the other. This is the event that all of us look forward to, from the standpoint of how much is yet to be delivered and how much is to be worked upon. It is never not an occasion not to introspect when we as citizens have moved on in life, have secured, a few of us have secured such of those possessions or acquisitions which would accrue to people only there is use of law and by law. If structures are institution-driven, if the opportunities in law are driven by law and not on incumbency, I am sure there would be a general level of acceptance to what comes by life, with all aspirations having to be accommodated and all areas of acquisition of positions in life secure to people on the basis of what they can hold out for themselves. I thank the institution for organizing this function. Every time there is a bit of innovation, we have had students of music college singing the prayer. Lawyers have moved to the right and honorable judges have moved to the left, and that is perhaps an acknowledgement that has lawyers always right. May God bless this country. May we all work towards the growth of the country that we are and the civilization that we have. God bless.
Thank you, Learned Advocate General, for your thoughtful message with his legal acumen. Before much awaited message of our beloved Honorable Justice, let us listen the celestial song of Sare Jaha Se Acha by students of Government Music College, Vijayawada.
सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हम बुलबुले हैं इसी ये हिंदुस्ता हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हम बुलबुले इसकी ये गुलसिता हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा पर्वत तो सबसे ऊंचा हम साया आसमां पर्वत हो सबसे ऊंचा हम साया आसमां का हो सनरई हमारा हो हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा गोदी में खेली है जिसकी हजार नदियाँ गोदी में मेरी है जिसकी हजारों नदियाँ गुलशन है जिनके दम से रश के जिना हमारा रहा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदू सिता हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में रखना मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना हिंदी है हम हिंदी है हम हिंदी है हम मदन है हिंदू सिता हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदू सिता हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी ये गुलसिता हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा
May now request the Honorable Chief Justice Dheeraj Singh Thakur to deliver his Lordship's message on this ecstatic occasion.
My esteemed sister and brother judges, former judges of this court, Mr. Sri Ram, the Advocate General, Mr. K. Janaki Rami Reddy, President of the Andhra Pradesh High Court Advocates Association, Mr. Ghanta Ramarao, Chairman Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh, law officers, senior advocates, members of the bar, registrars, judicial officers and staff of the High Court, Mr. Nagi Reddy, members of the electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all on the occasion of the 75th Republic Day, which our great nation is celebrating today. 26th of January has an immense significance in the heart of every Indian, as was on this glorious day in 1950 that our nation adopted Constitution laying the foundation of a democratic Republic of India. The Constitution is not just a framework of institutional governance, but an embodiment of our dreams and aspirations, which for long had been suppressed under the alien rule. Slavery, let us not forget, is a curse and undermines human dignity and honor. And the Constitution of India, by enshrining fundamental values of sovereignty, justice, equality and fraternity, guaranteed a life of recognition and dignity to all citizens of this great nation, regardless of any discrimination of caste, color, creed or religion. Equally well defined were the institutions of parliamentary governance with corresponding checks and balances which have over decades withstood the test of time. The preamble of the Constitution declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and over decades since independence, these fundamental values have unambiguously guided the Indian state in its functioning and have been upheld as an integral part of the Constitution. Fundamental rights are articles of faith for the Indian people, whose rights to be heard and be protected by the rule of law has remained unquestioned. Judiciary in this regard has remained a pillar of strength, forever vigilant as the conscience keeper of the nation, with an unfailing commitment to bring justice to all. An empowering tool that the Constitution granted to the adult Indians was the right to vote, elect and be elected. Indeed, mass enfranchisement was a defining initiative towards participatory and representative democracy, which transformed both the nature of Indian society and the polity. This is evident from the fact that millions of eligible voters have exercised their right to vote to attain the desired political outcomes in elections that were successfully held since independence. From the very beginning, the framers of the Constitution were committed to the goal of social revolution, which took the form of directive principles of state policy to be achieved over a period of time. Some of the directives, like the right to education, environment, minimum wages, free legal aid, empowerment and welfare of backward and weaker classes, have been given legal effect, and more importantly, institutionalization of village panchayats has strengthened the long-standing project of grassroots democracy in India. This is also a day to remember and pay tributes to the framers of the Indian Constitution and the visionary Dr. Ambedkar, who with their foresight gave us a constitution giving life and breath to the concepts of justice, liberty and equality in the context of economic and social inequality, which were so intrinsically interwoven in the Indian fabric. They gave us a document which is flexible and caters to the needs and aspirations of the nation relevant to that era. The Indian Constitution is also said to be a living document, as it is so worded as allows the judiciary to interpret it according to the evolving needs and challenges of the society. Today, India stands tall as a republic amongst the democratic nations of the world for its unique form of constitution, which in practice functions in an equally unique way. It has come a long way in deepening the process of democratic continuity and stability by enhancing state capacity and effectiveness. Let us not forget that nations can fail if their institutions do not function effectively. Even constitutions can become irrelevant if not rooted in the flexibility, innovation, and adaptation, which makes the Indian Republic what it is today. It remains committed to a social order where there is no injustice, exploitation, or exclusion, but justice and equality for all. On that basis, India has distinguished itself as one of the most liberal constitutions of the world for the deftness with which it has acknowledged and accommodated the interests of diverse communities of this nation and set an example of unity in diversity. Notwithstanding the constitutional protection and goals set out to be achieved therein, there is still a section of people who do not have access to justice, either on account of ignorance or on account of poverty. This remains an area of concern which is thought now to be addressed through the Legal Services Authority, which has, during the year, conducted as many as 8,960 legal literacy camps, spreading awareness across the state of Andhra Pradesh, and in particular and the tribal people for spreading awareness regarding their rights and also providing them access to justice. For a land as complex and diverse as India, delivering of justice poses multiple challenges. The foremost being the delivery of speedy justice in the context of an avalanche of cases that have descended on the justice delivery system, to which our system is trying to respond to overcome by strengthening the alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, by the use of technology and digitization of records. Let us on this momentous day, renew our pledge to uphold the sovereignty, unity, and honor of this great nation. Jai Hind.
We express our reverential gratefulness to the Honorable Chief Justice for illuminating and enriching messages on this epoch-making day, reverberating the spirit of the Constitution of India, a grand norm for the governance of the nation. We extend our humble gratefulness to my Lord Honorable Chief Justice for taking personal attention, guiding us in conducting this Republic Day function, upholding the glorious occasion. We thank the Honorable Chief Justice and the Honorable Judges and also the family members of their lordships for their gracious presence. We also thank the learned educator, Chairman Bar Council, President High Court Advocates Association, Public Prosecutor, Land Advocates, Registrars, Judicial Officers, Staff members, Police personnel, Judicial Officers, Print and Electronic Media for having attended the celebration and making the event a memorable one. We also thank the students of the Government Music College, Vijayawada, for coming over to High Court and taking part in the celebration. Now it is time for national anthem by the students of Government Music College, and may I request the dignitaries to rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जयकारा जनगण मंगलदाय जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
చేసి